Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you, my dear students, my dear kids? Hope you all are fine. I am your storyteller, and today I bring you a very interesting story. The story is Hala's Window, which is written by Farida Mirza, illustrated by Ruchi Mahasni. This book belongs to Oxford University Press. Hala was a curious baby. When her mother put her down on a mat in the courtyard of their village house, she chuckled as she bent to grab window blown leaves, packing birds, anything that moved. When Hala could crawl, she would go straight into the coop and sit among the chickens. When she could talk, Hala asked, "What's this? What's that?" By 6, Hala was asking where the sun was at night and where the moon went during the day. Hala's parents didn't know. They had never been to school. Hala sat in disappointment. Then she skipped to her favorite place, the only window in her little house. She watched villagers, vendors, carts, and buses pass by. Across was grassy land with banyan trees and flat roofed mud houses. There was no school close by, so Hala stayed at home and helped her mother. Whenever she heard the sound of a train or a plane, she rushed to her window to watch. She wondered where the people traveling in them were going. She wished she could see far away places. One night, Hala had a dream. A rainbow colored window opened in front of her and spoke to her. "I am a magic window. I can show you anything you want and tell you whatever you wish to know." Next day, Hala asked her father how aeroplanes stay in the air. He laughed, ha ha ha, tweaked her nose, and said, "An invisible dragon carries a plane on its back." Hala smiled. My magic window could not, she thought. One stormy afternoon, Hala stood in front of her rattling windows and watched the wind bend trees, break branches, and blow away roofs. She asked her mother, "What caused winds?" When a great big giant burped, "There's a storm," her mother said. Hala laughed. Her parents would say anything to make her laugh. She wished her magic window could be real. One morning, Hala and her mother looked out of the window and saw a woman under the banyan tree. "It's my friend, Rabia. She's a teacher in the city," her mother said. They went out to meet her. Auntie Rabia told them she was starting a school right under the banyan tree. "Send Hala tomorrow. It's our first day," she said. Next morning, an excited Hala put on her favorite shalwar kameez. She rushed through a breakfast for crunchy parathas and chai, then wrapped a scarf around her head and ran down to the school. She joined the children sitting on the mat.
under a tree. In front of the children was a big rectangular object on a stand. The teacher, Auntie Rabia, called it a blackboard. With the white chalk, she drew a circle on the blackboard. She said it was the earth. She drew a dot inside the circle and wrote Pakistan next to it. She drew one more dot and wrote names of other places. Then she drew little trains and planes with the people in them traveling from one country to another. Hala couldn't believe it. The blackboard was her magic window. And the teacher opened a book, read out a story, and showed the class picture to faraway places and people. Hala knew she had discovered another magic window, a book. As Hala became a good reader, windows after window opened for her. She read history, geography, and science books, sitting in a tiny village school in Pakistan. Hala was looking into the wide, wonderful world.
Exciting things happen every day at school. Hala learned how plane flies and what causes winds. As more children joined the school, moved to a building.
At school, Hala found yet another magic window, a computer. On the computer, Hala saw an image of the earth turning around. The part facing the sun had a day, and the part away from the sun had night. After completing school and college, Hala went back to her school first as a teacher and then as a principal. She traveled to faraway places to see other schools and bring back new ideas to make her school better. No matter where in the world Hala went, she searched for a new magic windows that would help the children in her village learn about the wonders of the world.